Next into the arena is the black stallion Django of Cacharel, ridden by Janjic. This combination is also from New South Wales. How the hell do you say that? No, it's not. No, it's Dutch. It's Renski something. Yeah. Oh, it's by Piquet or Peak. This could be a big mess. This could be a big mess. Frisian stallion. It's interesting to see all these different breeds now competing. I know this is a doll of a stallion. He's so quiet, and Jeremy doesn't need to work him particularly hard. She likes the more atmosphere and the more excitement on a venue, the better. In the extended trot, it's really not quite forward enough for extended, and lacks the expression and lightness of some of the others. Half past right. Oh, it's a little bit against the bridle, and that's going to be a poor mark. And the one to the left. Yeah, it's better to the left. It was a shame that he canted. It's always difficult. The half past 8 and the canter 8 are sometimes quite similar, and with being a little against the bridle coming around that corner, when Jeremy asked for the half pass, it was interpreted as a canter. Now, another extended trot. I think this looks a little better than the first one. Now the passage has quite good elevation, very high hind legs, and you wonder if it's really carrying, and we'll see in the PR. It's really not on the spot enough. It's too travelling for a good mark at this level, and now the passage is a little bit too against the bridle. Jeremy remembers this foal born, and I think I'm right in saying that its mother died, and it was a really wild stormy night, and Jeremy brought the foal in and put it by the fire, so it was in the house. So he has a very good rapport from the beginning with the stallion, and it's his first horse he's competed or trained to this level, so it's quite a feat, and he's very proud of the fact. Quite good collected walk. Now the transition to passage. He should do this transition quite well, because you can see him really buoying into the transition. He has a trot that lends itself to naturally doing passage as well, which is always helpful. A little bit high in the hind legs for the piaffe. The front legs should be higher than the back legs, not the back legs higher than the front. And again, a little bit too travelling, and then a little too strong out into the passage. I think some judges find it a bit difficult to judge these horses. I mean, if you're behind it, you cannot see the hind legs because there's so much tail. But you can still get a good feeling for what's happening. Now the two-time changes. A little bit lacks fluency, I think, a little bit too much jump up off the ground and not quite enough ground cover. It's very active canter, but it needs to sit underneath the body a little more with the hind leg, and then push the front legs and the wither up. And again, in the extended canter, the hind leg is almost higher than the front leg. Now the can zigzag. Whoopsie. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Because, you know, the first one was too sideways to the left, and then he found it difficult to gain the ground. Like I was saying before, it's always really important as a rider to keep it a little shallow to begin with, and then when you get symmetrically the side of the centre line, you can increase the sideways as you go down. He got the 15 changes, but I think you could give it an error, of course, because it's to the wrong marker. He went to V and it should have been to K. It'd be interesting to see if he gets an error, of course. But I think it should be, strictly speaking, an error, of course. And you can see that he's not taking the weight behind, and it was like a circle rather than a pirouette. So you need to really make him put the outside hind leg across. This is a little better. I think this stallion is only 11 years old, and I think he's only done about 4 or 5 Grand Prix tests. So he's done quite a good job for sure. Certainly got plenty of mane. It's platted, and it still comes down below the noseband. Yeah, it's good passage, huh? Very active, great height in the passage. Now the PR. It's difficult to tell when it begins. There we go, 4, 5, 6, and out. Yeah, I think the centre line is probably as good a work as he's done. And again, you can see from the back you can't see much because of the tail. So certainly to the benefit of the rider, I'm sure.